Welcome back to the Box2Box podcast.
This is episode 42, and today we're going to be looking at Tottenham Hotspur. Are they risking relegation?
And this MBAPPE remontada is one for the ages. Are we looking at a potential Ballon d'Or winner?
And Conte proving once again he's one of the best managers in Serie A history.
All this and more on the Box2Box podcast.
Let's go.
You ain't going home,
Your
bro.
Honor, I'm sorry. Your Honor, I'm sorry. Also on the pitch, Mbangula starts our next.
Game tomorrow, would you rather Saliba or Mbappe?
Right. Saliba right now.
You wouldn't. You're sacrificing face when you lie. That's
Welcome back, boys. Episode 42. How was your week?
It was quite the eventful week. I mean,
One of the busier weeks.
yeah, heavier workload over on the Varvar FC side, but it was a good week.
Why was it heavier?
I mean, you see on the YouTube channel, we had that White Room video come out, and shout out to our editor Ken. He usually puts in the work, but this week I had to put in the work, you know. So behind the scenes, it was a rough couple days.
Strictly business.
Yeah, and people don't see that when we're working with higher production cameras and stuff. Those files get a big, my brother. And I'm working on a little MacBook Air.
Well, Varvar was showing us the entire Adobe screen
the
over there, and it
Premiere,
had like about 8 screens of different videos and 10 audios.
I showed it to one of my other friends. He's like, bro, you're explaining this to me, but this is gibberish to me.
It's literally...
But you know what's crazy is that, like, if you're self-taught at the end of the day, you know what I mean? So it's like...
I went to school in finance.
It's great. Completely different
I'm
avenue.
not a video editor.
But what's
Yeah.
crazy is that you were the first one to learn it, and then you taught all of us.
Yeah.
And I remember we were editing TikToks back in the day. Me and Millie were like kind
Yeah.
of shooting them off of each other, and you were kind of subbing in because you were more YouTube always.
For our first full year, we were a fully self-sustainable business.
Company. Yeah.
Yeah. So every day we were releasing TikToks. That was just us dividing the workload and releasing, doing all the editing, everything. was all-
Graphics,
yeah.
rollout,
Recording.
plan,
Yeah. So everything was us. Now we have a bit more staff, let's just say, because the amount of output we put out is kind of
Crazy to
Like-
keep up.
even with just like the TikToks and just all the other stuff now. But
And it's funny because
Yeah.
my mom, she's like, this weekend I was speaking to her and she's like, oh, so how's the TikTok going? I'm
Yeah.
like,
TikTok's been a...
you know, Mom, it's much more than just TikTok now at this point. She's
Try
like,
to explain it
oh,
to your
well,
parents.
how's it going? I'm like, well, you know, it's a lot of work and like the amount of content we release now is kind of insane. She's like, well, how much do you release? You release a couple videos a week. I'm like, no. It's at this point, it's one YouTube. Some weeks we have double uploads, but it's one YouTube. We have live streams. We have five or six TikToks a week. We have podcast. We have
Weekly Patreon.
Like the amount of content
There's
is
a lot
kinda
more.
crazy.
There's a lot more.
And looking back, like just 1 year ago, when we didn't have, well, a bit more than a year ago, but we didn't have any staff, we didn't have any editors, we didn't have any graphic designers or anything. Like, you would look back and you're like, bro, there's no way that we'd ever be able to get that amount of content out within a year's time.
No.
But not even like just that amount of content, just us four.
Yeah.
With no.
And
really
by the way,
experience or
Pala
expertise.
couldn't make it. He's on a bit of a trip right now. So
Yeah.
Forgot to mention that.
yeah,
He is
so
on a trip. If anyone's
you guys don't
wondering.
hear Pala, he's not being silent.
I got a big coach over here.
Yeah, he's got
Big
some space there.
But these White Room videos are always fun to shoot because it takes a lot more effort behind the scenes because you're organizing a whole group of people plus like a videography team, an audio team. So
a lot more that goes behind the scenes compared to our usual videos, our YouTube videos.
and we got great reception on the first one. And the crazy part is that you leave those recordings and because it was our first time, you're saying to yourself, well, we could have done a lot better.
Yeah,
next
we could have
time.
done so many more different things, but
Yeah.
I was really happy with how the first two turned out.
Yeah.
I think the Barcelona one was my favorite. The Barcelona Real
Really?
Madrid fan. Yeah.
I like that one a bit more. Recording, I think I like the Guess the Club more recording, but the way it came out and turned out, I think the one that we just released, the Secret Barcelona. We're not gonna spoil anything. We're not gonna tell you who it was or anything. But that one was a lot of fun to record.
I think
a lot more personality.
That's what it is. What really helped was the contestants. I feel like not that the other ones were bad or anything. It's just they were able to speak more. They were able to interact with each other. I think they really killed it. To be
Yeah.
honest.
Yeah, and it's always refreshing when it's like you're recording outside the usual studio. You know, like it feels like a real event.
Millie, you looked a bit stressed in that recording. I'm not gonna count.
I saw.
I don't know what was
I
happening.
saw a comment saying Millie blink twice
Yeah.
if you're held prisoner.
I don't know why. I felt fine when I was
I think
recording.
you were just tired, probably.
I don't know what it was. In this one, in the
Because that
Barcelona
was
one,
our second one. Because we recorded both at once.
I might have
so-
been a little on the tired side, but
Yeah.
I think for the next recordings I'll
Yeah.
It was
I'll make
also
sure.
it was our first time. Like I mean, we're very adaptable nowadays, like with the sets and stuff. But I feel like having to interact with more people was a different dynamic.
And there's a bunch of stuff that like you don't see in front of the camera, but it's also stuff like last second, like, oh, you need to go pick up food for the contestants and stuff like
Little
that. That
stressful.
like because you're hosting these people and like they're not paid actors, so they're people volunteering to come. So you offer them free food, you offer them coffee, you offer them a bunch of stuff.
There's a lot of prep
So
behind.
there's a lot of prep behind it that it's more like organizing like a whole day. So it's but it's fun.
Honestly, at the end of the day, we look back, we're like, yeah, well, we
did
want to
that.
do that again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We want to do it again. And now it's like, I think those like first time jitters are kind of out of there now.
Yeah.
So like, I'm not insanely stressed for the next time we do it, but it's like more excitement now. Definitely more excitement now. So I think we're gonna obviously we're working as a team to see when the next opportunity is to do something like that.
And
because
right
we
now
wanna
we're
get that
doing,
content.
we're doing it also once a month because like we can't do the big productions that often, but hopefully we can scale them up to maybe twice a month, maybe 3 times, 4 times. Hopefully at one point we're gonna be releasing that type of content every week. So
Yeah,
Gonna be fun.
Yeah.
Gonna be fun.
it's
But
gonna be fun.
apart from that, I guess we could go into the games of this week.
yeah,
Unless you
for
guys
sure.
have anything.
Yeah,
I don't have anything to add. So
yeah. I think honestly, it's just
hopefully,
it's just a box to box week. Oh,
Casual
well,
week.
we had our live streams
yeah.
True.
also.
Those are always nice.
double live stream Tuesday, Wednesdays for Champions League, which was like obviously if you guys haven't checked that out, the response for that was absolutely nuts.
Insane support.
Yeah, the support was crazy. Like even the viewership spread out on 2 videos was really good. So yeah, I think we're gonna be for that last match day. If you guys are definitely
Get ready for it.
definitely interested in watching, we're gonna be live streaming that one.
One thing I have to say is my jinx needs to be studied in
Bro,
history books.
all you
Crazy,
were
that's-
doing was jinxing. It was
Even
crazy.
today. We'll talk about it today,
yeah,
but the Barcelona one.
not the Barcelona one.
Which
The
one?
Milan one.
Oh, that's what we're gonna be
Yeah.
talking about.
Milan
So
was rough.
in the last 3 live streams we did Real Madrid Barca. I said when Real Madrid, I'm like, bro, this is gonna be a bad day for I think I said something like that. Bad day for Barcelona today. It was a bad day. Well, I mean, at
Well,
that point,
there was the Eric Garcia goal.
Yeah.
I forget what game that was. Was it the El
yeah.
Clasico? or-
No,
No, that was
Eric,
Champions League.
Eric Garcia was Benfica.
Benfica. Me and
Header.
But the El Clasico, and then Barcelona came back and smoked Real Madrid.
Crazy.
But and then after that, there was which one was I? I said that I remember the Benfica one. I said, bro, this game's done. After Benfica scored, after Pavlidis scored his hat trick, I said, bro, this game is done.
Done and dusted.
And then I when Eric Garcia came on, I said to the Barcelona fans, I'm like, bro, if you're bringing on Eric Garcia, bro, just call it a day.
Call it wraps,
Yeah.
you-
And then he ended up
it's
scoring.
done. And then also in the most recent one, Man City PSG, I said, oh, PSG are done
Oh, it's
here.
true.
Yeah. So 3 for 3 in that week. And then today, as Milan were losing 2-1, I'm like,
I get the Barber touch.
as
Barber
Milan are losing 2-1, I'm like, what did I
Conceição
say?
mentality.
Oh yeah,
2-1
that
down at
Conceição
Parma.
winning mentality.
Ends up winning 3-2.
And then Milan scored twice, and I'm like, maybe sometimes I should just shut the fuck up.
Successful
Yeah,
jinx for the
honestly.
day.
Yeah.
But yeah, the live streams are always fun.
Yeah.
Interacting with you guys like in live time is always a blast. It's
Even though the
especially in
comments do get a bit rowdy.
Yeah, comments.
Might have to
comments
tone
have to
down.
rein it
Might
in.
have to tone down a bit. Get some mods in the chat, maybe.
Goodness gracious. The way you brothers are acting in that chat, goodness gracious. Crazy work. But I'm sure the crowd is going to be pretty lively for that last Champions League match
Yeah.
day. But we'll get into that.
We'll
but
get into that.
but
Right
yeah.
now, we'll start with Manchester City, Chelsea. A weird game. I wasn't expecting a 3-Man City, but I don't know. Chelsea is a little bit slipping up, and Man City is coming back. What did you guys think of the game?
My
It was. I mean, it was what I expected,
But this
Man
is what
City?
you expected.
bro. Chelsea have not been good the last month. I don't know
Yeah,
if you guys.
they have not
Yeah,
The
been.
last month, Chelsea have been in relegation form. Basically, it's been horrendous.
They haven't. I'm not sure exactly what their stats are, but I don't think they've won a game in
They're
like.
probably the worst team in the
4
Prem in the last month.
Brother, that's crazy.
Ever since that, I think it was the Ipswich game.
Ever
Completely.
since everyone gave
destroyed their
Maresca that
confidence.
Gluck 3000, this brother's been letting people down.
But he's been saying it. We're not in a title race. We're not good enough. And I guess
but there's not in a title race, and then there's
Like crashing
losing every single game now.
Yeah. I don't know what's going on
A
with
lot of people
Enzo.
are getting mad about Cole Palmer laughing with Pep at the end of the game.
A little yapping there, but I
Part of
think
the game.
I honestly think that's just a former coach
Yeah.
discussing with a former player. It's
What is he
just
supposed to do?
crazy.
Be mad at Pep?
I mean,
That's
Yeah,
what
honestly, should-
Gary Neville was saying he should be.
I
You
know.
just lost that game, bro. You shouldn't be laughing, and
To an extent, I do agree with that because he didn't play that well.
he played like shit, not play that well.
Ghosted. And that's becoming a recurring pattern. But I think it just happens to Palmer. I think he's still an excellent player. But obviously, you don't want to see your players laugh with another coach. You know what I mean? Like, you're still losing the game.
Where have
overall.
rivalries
interesting.
gone in the sport?
Yeah.
where's the game? Did you see that video of I think it was on Twitter or TikTok or something. I forget where it was, but it was at Roy Keane with Patrick Vieira in the tunnel, and they were just barking at each other before the game went like
But
even kicked
but
off. Like
even-
they don't got that anymore.
United had that mentalidad for sure back then. Because even there's clips like Peter Schmeichel. He
Yeah.
left to join Man
They
City.
didn't even want to talk to him, brother.
And he came up because he was the captain of Man City, I think, at that point, or he's the goalie, so he's near the front of the line. So he went up to Gary Neville and he's like, "Hi, mate, what's up?" Gary Neville didn't even
Aired.
looked at him. He's like, "Bro, don't even speak to me."
Crazy.
He didn't even say, "Don't even speak." He didn't even acknowledge his presence. Like he's like, "Bro, shut the fuck up."
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean,
Former teammate.
you got to lock in. Like, to an extent, you got to lock in at the end of the game. Like, I guess it's more for the media. Like, try to not show that you're happy
No,
after
but it's
a loss.
not just for the bro. You should.
It is for
be,
the media in the end.
You need to be locked in, bro. You need to get locked in. Like,
You're not going to say that about Cole Palmer, who's probably the most locked in for
but
Chelsea this
yeah,
season.
but if Pep is like, if Chelsea and Cole Palmer, there's like a maturing thing. If you're laughing after, like, you kind of realize that game's not like. It's kind of pointless if you're laughing at the end of it. Bro, at the prime of Liverpool, Man City, bro, at the end of the games, they were out there laughing with each other.
Yeah, there is a rivalry aspect to it. But I really,
You're grasping at straws.
yeah, I
bro.
really
I
wouldn't
think
put
there's
too much
nothing there.
emphasis.
I
Like,
don't know.
to be honest, in my opinion, what we could really take from this game is that Chelsea slipped up really badly, especially given they had that early lead with Kusanov mistake, another jinx, by the way.
Yeah, that was another one, Kusanov.
Monster
jinx.
Bavar jinx.
But he recovered well after that first 10 minutes. He
He
actually did recover well. So we'll put that out there. My Uzbeki GOAT is still here to
Do
stay.
you still think he has the potential to kind of gel in this team, or?
Oh, yeah, for sure. The brother doesn't even speak English. What's crazy to me is how clubs sign players who don't even speak the language.
I mean,
I
Pep
don't know
was
what they
talking about it.
I really don't know what they expect from players that don't learn the language.
But I mean, it's different if you're in a country like Italy where the language is not like. But even at this point, I think some people, don't get me wrong, I think a lot of the coaching is also done in English
Where?
in foreign countries.
No.
No,
Well,
I
it
don't
depends
think
the
so.
country that you're in. Like in.
Like I think De
Really
Zerbi at Marseille is coaching in English. A lot of footballers,
sure,
it's
to
the
be honest.
universal language to speak English. Like I think it's rare for footballers not to speak English.
But that's why I'm more surprised on Kusanov not speaking English than Pep, obviously.
But
like,
why would he have a?
integrating
He
him.
was in Uzbekistan 2 years ago or a year and a half
I
ago.
understand, but like English is such a valuable language nowadays. It should be taught everywhere.
But if you're going to Lens, you have no reason. I agree. It's
If you want to
should be
progress in your
taught
career, you
English.
should learn English.
Well,
But-
yeah.
When
Get
you're
a
in a
year in
country,
Lens.
Uzbekistan, it's kind of useless to
No,
learn
I know,
English.
yeah.
So we forget that. Yeah, this brother just started a game for
Like that.
a year and a half ago. He was in Uzbekistan.
Yeah, we
so
do forget
Those
that.
context.
put that into perspective, you know. So a year and a half ago, he was probably thinking, "Oh, I need to learn French. I'm going to Lens. I need to learn French." So he probably started learning French, and then as soon as he started learning French, it's, "Oh, brother, I'm off to England now."
But then, do you kind of put Pep at fault for starting him at such a young age, at like such an experience?
I would, but
set him up for failure almost.
brother, Man City, they with all the injuries in the back line and stuff, they need bodies.
Was Ruben Diaz was injured?
Well, Ruben Diaz started the last game, but it's just like John Stones and stuff. Like
John Stones subbed on. Like at that point, start John Stones and give him like 20
John
minutes.
Stones,
Kusanov.
bro. You're saying John Stones has missed more games in the last 3 years than Luke Shaw. Like John Stones is a
He
band-aid.
has a bad injury record.
He's a band-aid.
Terrible
So
injury record.
like Kusanov, you throw him out there, you see what he's able to do. If I were Pep, I would ease him in. I would just
Yeah.
You kind of already threw him to the wolves now already, but you just ease him in. You just next couple games you give him maybe one start in the next couple games.
Yeah, this idea of just throwing him in the deep end like this is kind of crazy in my opinion. But if it's just like out of a desperation or whatever. Pep just trying to show that
But
it was like a desperation move.
it
You
is
needed to
also-
sign someone like Kusanov.
It is also he's joining mid-season, and Man City's schedule is ridiculously packed. So
yeah.
it's like I gave this excuse to Ruben Amorim. It's like Ruben Amorim. If you have a game every 3 days, you don't have time to train these players.
You don't. You don't at the end of the day, but you have to also be aware that this brother's coming from a completely different place. He needs time to adapt.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I
if you
think
buy
the
a player in
expectation-
January, you don't have time to adapt.
Yeah, but that's not Kusanov's fault. You know what I mean? Like
Especially with a big price tag on his head, 40 million.
he's not the one asking for that.
He's
price
not the
tag.
one, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so it's like I think there needs to be some level of like you have to ease up on the guy. But honestly, this game it was a promising, like for City fans. I'm sure it was very promising.
Yeah. Even seeing Marmoush, another positive for Man City. I think he changed completely the way they attack because he's always looking for that key pass. He's always looking to play forward. And Man City players almost failed him at some times. They weren't passing him the ball. They were
Scored
kind
an
of
offside goal too.
Yeah, which was very nice.
Yeah,
Very
but
promising.
My the Foden remontada might be happening. I think he has goals in like what 3 straight games. In the
Could
Prem?
be.
Goodness gracious.
I think
to
we're
check that.
experiencing maybe a remontada for Palmer. Palmer for
Palmer.
Foden.
Palmer was saying the
I
opposite.
think it's you could even look at it from the macro. Look at the team. Is the team on that comeback trail now? Because
And right before the important CL game, it's important that they do get back on that track.
yeah, especially. But listen, now I think they're 4th now
Oh yeah,
in the Prem.
in the Prem.
So listen, they're back in that top 4 race. I think they have a little too much ground to make up for any title charge unless they go on a
Liverpool need to slip
ungodly
up.
run.
I think Liverpool is almost a clear favorite right now.
And
Yeah.
they need to slip up. And Man City, like, yes, they've looked good and they were dominant against Chelsea, but they haven't been as good as Man City should be. They probably still will make top 4 comfortably, but I don't think that an ungodly run is on the
Well,
horizon.
listen, I
That's what you
think on the other side, Chelsea also missed a lot of chances. Like Nico Jackson, once again, he can't take his chances, and we saw that moment where like Palmer is almost 1-on-1 and he ends up passing it to Jackson, and Jackson completely like doesn't shoot with his left for some reason and kind of tracks back and loses the momentum. And there was so many of these instances that makes me question like, are Chelsea's wingers like completely overrated? Is their striker force overrated?
Bro, Chelsea's players are overrated.
No, they're
I
not.
was hearing generational shouts for like Levi Colwill and stuff a couple years back.
He had a bad game too.
Yes, but
against Haaland.
he's been stinky this season. The whole season
bro.
so far.
You can't
Levi
say that.
Colwill is one of the most overrated. Bro,
It was my player to go to Bayern. If
It
if
really
watched
depends.
That January video.
You said
you had
Bayern?
Levi
Colwill?
Colwill for Bayern? No, you didn't.
No,
bro.
no, Ben Chilwell, sorry.
Yeah, that's two
That's even
completely
worse.
different
Apologies.
fucking players.
It's even worse.
That's Millie FC
Both
is
England.
down horrendous right
Bro,
now.
that
Both
that
English.
all of Chelsea.
I'm not gonna make any comment, but they look very different, Millie. They're
Yeah,
two
my
very
I don't see
distinct
color, bro.
individuals.
Even
I
the
don't
way
see
they
color.
play, I mean,
don't
one's a
see
center
color,
back,
bro.
one's a left back, but
I don't see any of
Cole
that.
did
bro.
not have a good game either. I don't know. I still think Chelsea has it to definitely make top 4.
I don't think they're making top 4.
You don't think they're making
You
top
think it's like that bad of a collapse? Like they are not.
No,
making
but
it
it's
to
just,
that
bro,
spot.
you're also not going to go from, let's say let's say they're down in the dumps. Let's say a rating out of 100 on their season right now, you would say it's like a 10. You're not going to go from a 10 to a 90 overnight. So
But I think they had a very good start to the
you're
season.
still going to see them drop points in the next coming weeks. It's not like you're going to go from loss to win.
So you're saying it's like it's almost like they plateaued kind of thing. Like they're kind of
Yes.
playing at the level that
Those
they should have
stagnant.
been.
I think
they
teams
were
have figured them out.
overplaying. They were playing above their expectations near the beginning of the season.
I think teams have figured them out, but I think that they are trying to be proactive in the window by bringing in players like Garnacho. I think it's better than their left.
Oh,
wing
let's talk
options
about
right now.
that.
I would go
Garnacho
for
to
it.
Chelsea.
Floor is yours, Senator.
I mean, I think if United were properly financed, I don't think they'd even be looking at this deal, to be honest. But we aren't properly financed, so we're looking to. And he's 60 million for Garnacho is a pretty solid deal for both sides, in my perspective.
60 million,
like
kind of crazy.
I see what they're trying to do because Chelsea with Sancho, I don't see that killer instinct when he's attacking. But is Garnacho really that guy? Like, is that what you're spending 60 million on?
You're paying 60 million.
What?
You tell me, bro. 60 million, bro, just for you, my friend.
Just for you, my friend.
Like 60 million, you're expecting an X factor. You're expecting a guy
He
that
has,
that
bro. He's 20 years old.
yeah, but to me, like
that's a lot
I
of
can't-
expectation. Like to come into Chelsea and be like like a vice Cole Palmer situation? Like you're supposed to be the second
No.
choice, second goal scoring option to Palmer, pretty much.
I don't think he has
Well,
that.
Nico
lights.
Jackson is that, but yeah, sure.
Well, yeah, but if you want to 60 million for Garnacho, you're
60
expecting him
million
to
is
score.
what nowadays? Like what's 60
But that's
million?
to me
Oh my
that's what bothers me because Cavara was what 75 mil for
70.
PSG. 70? You're telling me Garnacho is 10 million less than Cavara? At that point, spend 75
yeah,
mil and
but
get Cavara.
Cavara doesn't have. they
Cavara
play
is better
very-
than Garnacho. Come on, let's face it.
That's not
yes,
even a
right now,
debate.
and Cavara actually dropped like a man of the match in his first game at PSG.
By the way,
against Rennes.
by the
Would
way,
have thought, right?
But
imagine my shock.
look, Garnacho's a good player. We can't deny he's a good player for his age. We can't deny it.
What is he? 21,
He's
22?
20.
20?
I
Even
think he's.
better.
I
Just
might
a
be
kid.
21, but still, that's insanely young for 60 million. No one has a track record like his at 21 years old. That's on the market.
Right now.
Yes.
That's a lot of parameters.
Why?
Putting there.
21-year-old that's on the market. No one has a track record like him.
I'm sure there is.
I'm sure
For
there's
60
no,
million?
But, I mean, he's a good deal to an extent. I think they're missing that killer instinct. Like he is that guy who could directly
Bro,
attack
60
defenders.
mil, I want guarantees, bro. I want
For an
guarantees.
Inter fan. Bro, Chelsea just spent fucking 100 on Mudryk and he's fucking shit.
It's
that
the-
guy.
bro, then they're gonna have a track record of just duds at the end of the day.
Well, I mean, they have a pretty good stacked team right now. And I don't understand. They're buying Garnacho. But then where does, like, Esteval come in? Esteval's coming in on...
Next year?
yeah. So
Probably that
Esteval,
right wing position?
Yeah, but
Esteval.
you just spent how much on Pedro Neto? And then Madueke just... I think he might have re-signed contract. So, like, brother... that Madueke thing might be false, but Madueke is not some bum who's just gonna sit on the bench for all.
No, he
season.
wants to start.
So
And he'll be very vocal if he doesn't
yeah,
start. That's the
so I don't
problem.
know.
with Madueke.
Chelsea land is a very interesting land to be
Yeah.
in right now.
Man.
Not
And,
all sunshine and rainbows.
And maybe last thing, I mean, Enzo keeps protecting Robert Sanchez. What do you guys think? Is
Robert Sanchez is fucking terrible.
like, is there a reason why Enzo keeps defending this guy?
Robert Sanchez is fucking horrendous. The worst goalie in the Prem without a shadow of a doubt.
But to me, like, it doesn't make sense. He's putting people like Madueke under the bus. He's putting, I think, Cole Palmer at one point just to defend. Robert
I don't
Sanchez.
get it, bro. Jorgensen's been good too in Europa League, Conference League. He's been very good. Not even good enough for Europa League. That's
what I'm saying.
exactly. But Conference League, Jorgensen has been man of the match in some games.
Yeah.
So I don't understand how he doesn't deserve a start. Like Bayern Deer, low key. We can speak about
Oh
United,
my
but
God,
whatever.
okay, no.
Bro, he's low key been good the last couple games. You might think about it. I might start that, brother. But
God damn.
yeah, I mean Spurs, Man City, Chelsea.
Disaster class.
Yeah, it's not.
By Robert Sanchez, a complete disaster. class.
This was worst case scenario for Chelsea, best case scenario for Man
But you
City.
also go into the game and it's not like the most entertaining circumstances. Like Chelsea are in a bad run of form.
Mm-hmm.
Man City aren't on the best form. Like it's both teams kind of fighting for top four. Like it's not the most entertaining circumstances.
It's not
for
like
the
how it
game,
used
you
to be when it used to be a title battle.
Yeah,
Like the points actually meant something in a title race.
yeah, And also me as a Manchester United fan, I'm kind of disconnected a bit from that game because like
I can
for me,
imagine.
top four is not even a thought right now.
You guys are
So,
what, 15th?
No,
No,
we're
13th.
12th.
Because you beat Fulham.
Respect.
12th. You know who's even lower than you guys, though?
Oh my
The
goodness.
mighty Spurs.
Yeah.
At around, I
Spurs.
think, 16th overall now.
15th, if I'm
15th?
not mistaken.
15th.
My table is all screwed up.
Yeah.
Apologies.
16th, 15th. At this point, it really doesn't matter where you are.
It's a
You're
relegation
terrible.
battle.
Spurs has gotten to be a toxic environment recently.
I don't think it's toxic. I
Oh,
think
you
it's
didn't
just...
see the fans after the game today?
No.
Oh,
Might need to check. Might
bro,
need
they
to
were
check.
booing Andrew off the field. They said,
Really?
Yeah, he said, if we go down, one of the fans told him, we're going down, you're coming down with us. And then he did a double take. He backed up and was like, who said that? He's looking at all the fans like, who
boy.
said that?
Well, why? What is he going to do?
I don't know.
He's going to go talk
Start
to
a
him?
scrap,
Call him
bro.
wanka.
Wanka. I don't know. It's looking tough for Spurs because they have so many injuries and it's not looking like it's getting better.
I do think at a certain point, though, injuries like should be taken less into a factor depending on who you're playing. Like Leicester, like we respect Leicester, but it's just
No.
like that is a game you should be winning with the team that you have.
Bro, Leicester, we like to shit on Leicester, but Leicester don't have a terrible team.
No, they don't.
I
at
know,
all.
but I was having this debate with one of our friends. Like, your Spurs, okay, you have a lot of injuries. I understand your defense is not great right now, but you're telling me that Leicester still beats you with their defense?
Bro, but Leicester, but you have to understand they're not starting Ben Davies at center back.
I know it's bad for Spurs, but you're still like a better team.
Bro, Ben Davies
Yeah,
and
you should be.
Dragusin are horrendous.
Oh, but you're not.
Dragusin is horrendous.
They're,
Yeah,
they're
Dragusin has
higher
been a
than
big
Leicester
flop.
level, though. You have to. Like,
Ben Davies is not at center back. Is not Leicester level.
like
Ben Davies is very bad.
Yes,
I know he's bad, but it's just like then you have to look at Ange and say, okay, well, clearly the way you're playing is not suited to your injuries, not suited to the
Yeah,
circumstances
but
of
he's
the
not
club.
going to change.
But you see,
There
then,
needs to
then
be-
now I have a
That's
problem
his
with
fault.
Ange.
Now I got a problem with it. Yeah,
No, but
exactly.
it's also it's a problem with
beef.
it's a problem a bit with the squad building because your backups are not like why the fuck is Ben Davies still at the club? Why
I
is he
think
there?
that's how many injuries they have. Like Archie Gray was starting left back at that point. Like that's where he was supposed to play, and yet sometimes he's been playing center back. I think it's just a matter of who's injured. But what I don't understand is exactly what you said. Change the way you're playing. You're telling me you can't go in a low block. You can't do something different. No,
Like the same thing. Like you actually do not change the way you play, regardless. You might actually have like 11 pieces of wood on the pitch, and you will play the exact same way. You're gonna have 11 Nemanja Matiches, and you
still
will
play a
the
high
exact
line.
same way.
Nemanja Matic. what
Yeah,
the
with
fuck?
that 30 pace or whatever the
Bro,
hell
that
he
guy
used to
was
have back in the day.
goated. That guy was maybe the most underrated post Sir Alex Ferguson era
That's
player.
a-
Yeah,
Mourinho
Roma,
player right
Roma Matic, man.
Roma, Chelsea Matic, Man United Matic.
I'm talking about Roma Matic, though. That's you have 11 of those Dons. Postecoglou will play the exact same
Yeah.
way, which is not good as a coach because then at the end of the day, like coaches change the way they play as the game
You
goes
got to
on.
be flexible.
You have to be flexible in this modern game because there's coaches that come in with 2-3 different schemes every game, like, and you're just gonna play the same way regardless of who's on the pitch. Listen, we talk about this nearly every week the way they're playing, but I think it's warranted considering that it's as if he has the blinders on
I think
and
you put
doesn't listen
any-
to
you
criticism.
put any manager in there would, yes, he might have gotten picked up a couple more draws and maybe one win through the stretch. But when the squad's fully healthy, I don't think would play as well.
Really?
Yes,
Wouldn't play as well?
Ange is an extremes. When it's going well, it's going extremely well, and when it's going bad, it's going extremely bad. But I think with a fully healthy squad, Spurs are in and around top 4 this season.
It's weird because they beat a Liverpool in I think it was the FA Cup.
When they had,
it?
yeah, it was. But when they had Romero, but no, it was the Carabao Cup in the semifinals. But
Still, like,
there's
that's
still a second leg. so
Pretty
I'm not
bad.
sure about
Yeah,
that.
true. It's a
But-
pretty injured team that he pulled up with.
Yes, but Spurs, if they had Romero and Van de Ven at center back
Completely
fully
different.
healthy this season, I'd argue right now they're in a top 4 race. I'd argue it.
I think that's where everyone projected them to be, though.
Forget projected them. At
Around
the
them.
beginning of the season, they were playing amazing. Results, they got a bit unlucky, but they've always played well with that. It's down to their back line, bro.
Yeah.
Like, especially with a back line that exposed, you need to make sure that your best players are playing, and their best players are not playing right now.
So then what happens in January if you know that you're having an injury crisis? You don't.
And what, you
try to-
sign a player for 6 months, like 6 months?
better than Ben Davies, clearly.
Yeah, but
Like-
then what? The only player that would somewhat, I don't even know.
It's really tough unless you go for loans. But even at that, I struggle to find a loan that would just come to be a sub in the end.
It's a seller's
When
market,
Romero comes
unfortunately,
back in a
January.
couple
Yeah.
weeks and Van de Ven
Yeah.
comes back in a couple
Back to the
weeks.
bench.
In a couple weeks we'll see where they end up because right now European qualification is gone.
Spurs are just a loser club.
Okay.
And
Why?
I'm
Loser
sorry,
club.
bro. And this is not to diss the fans. The fans are actually chill people. I actually like Spurs fans. In the Discord, I like interacting.
Oh yeah,
with
in the
them.
Discord for sure.
Yeah,
So
chill.
it's just there's a losing environment at the club, and they'll even tell you themselves that the club is a joke. When I was in the Discord chat, and then at that point, Spurs got scored on. Some guy went to halftime in the bathroom, and he came back, and it was 2-1 Leicester. He's like, "Bro, what the fuck just happened?" Like he
Missed the whole game.
yeah,
God
because Leicester scored both right after halftime, and it was.
But that's what it
Vardy,
is.
by the
It's
way.
like it's so inconsistent. Like it could be like a 5-minute stretch of just domination, and then Leicester scores 2 goals, and it's Jamie Vardy scoring. Like
It's crazy. He
Bilal
scored in both
El-Khanous.
games, by the way.
yeah, baller,
Bilal El-Khanous, baller, FM baller.
FM baller.
But Leicester don't have a team full of bums, bro.
No, but they got dunked on by Jamie Vardy
Like
again.
in
second
Serie
game.
A, they're probably mid-table.
No,
Yes, they're better than fucking Torino and shit.
respect Torino.
Never.
Respect.
Respect Torino.
No, probably
Che
better.
Adams, by the way.
Probably
Respect
higher up
Che
in the
Adams.
table than Milan too.
Milan. We'll talk about that later.
Well,
But
we're trying to
if you
start
guys
some,
want,
huh?
it's started a rage bait. If you guys want to start on the other side in Italy, Napoli, Juventus. That was a pretty decent game.
Unfortunately, there wasn't that many marquee games this week.
the Prem.
But this definitely was a marquee game in Italy. This was the title leaders right now, Napoli versus Juve, who's looking for like a top 4, like solidifying their top 4 position. Like there was a lot at stake in this game.
And I think it was even personal because I know you've been calling Napoli shit.
They are.
I've been calling Juve shit.
Bro, this guy called Napoli shit, bro.
Bro, you can't say that Napoli is shit after
It's like
their
me saying
first.
Liverpool are shit.
It makes no sense.
I have my.
We need explanations, Millie.
I have my reasons.
What are your reasons? Even after seeing this performance, I think Napoli completely demolished Juve over here.
I honestly think it was more Juve had no idea what they were doing, that compared to what Napoli was doing. Like
so Napoli destroyed them.
I think that this Napoli that showed up versus Juve, if Inter played them, we would beat them.
No.
You were the type of motherfucker
Yes.
to vote for Andrea Iguodala for Finals MVP because he held LeBron to 40
Fate
points.
of the universe on the line, bro. Laser beam pointed at Earth. Going Andre Iguodala.
You lost me.
But no, it's unfortunately Motta did not plan this game right. It was way too much space. And listen, Kolumuani on the score sheet, good for him. Like, congratulations.
Maybe we could talk about that right now. Kolo
Listen.
Muani in 5 minutes did more than Vlahovic in his entire Juventus
Like they
season.
have a new starter, in my opinion. Like
Yeah, you think he's gone now?
I think Vlahovic has no reason to be a starter.
He's getting
right
pushed out heavy.
Yeah, but if he's not leaving, then you can push him out. It's like us with Rashford. You can push him out as much as you want. There needs to be a buyer on the other side.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I know.
And at a certain point, you're just hurting yourself, like the chances of him leaving because you're treating him so poorly.
Yeah, you're devaluing the asset that you have.
Exactly.
But Kolo Muani completely changed the way. Like Kolo Muani actually, like don't tell Pala, but Kolo Muani actually moves me a little bit. The way he was moving the ball, he was always attacking the space.
Money's a good player.
He's a very good player, and I think he could fit this Juventus side
And
very well.
Renato Vega, who they're signing, is also a very good player. Gentoli low-key cooked. It's just
Oh my
other than
God,
his
I don't wanna
fucking
hear that.
stupid ass selling Dean Huysen for 15 mil.
You can't say he cooked and then sell Dean Huysen, sell
Bro,
Sule.
he's shooting a decent. Well, sell Sule. Sule really hasn't done much.
Sule could have helped.
I don't know.
Not
if
really.
Sule could have helped.
You sold an up
Chico
and coming.
Conceição versus Sule. I don't think that there's that
Okay,
big
well,
of a
40
difference.
million on Nico Gonzalez.
You see, that could have been avoided. Yeah.
That could have been
That-
avoided.
that
But he's
was
still. You
unnecessary.
could have spent it on Calafiori.
He's shooting a decent clip. Why are we giving Calafiori like these? He scored this week. Okay, cool. Calafiori, cool. But like, I'm not
Cool,
acting
it's
like
not like one of the
Calafiori
best
is this
prospects.
amazing fucking
Yes.
Without a player that Juve would have definitely needed,
bro.
my opinion.
They signed Kalulu for a loan. I think he's doing exactly what Calafiori
Okay, he
would
was
have
fine.
done.
Although in this game he got completely destroyed by
Yeah,
Lukaku.
but that happens.
That happens. Your defender getting destroyed.
Yeah,
losing
but
the game.
Kalulu's a lone defender. What we're speaking
Starting.
about, we're speaking
But
about a
starting for
player that was
Juventus.
not a major investment for the club that turned into a decent player.
So how is he cooking? Why is he getting these? He was a Milan scrap.
Bro, we all liked it, and I can't believe I'm defending Juve here. Holy fuck.
Wearing a Napoli
someone's
kit
got to
too.
do it. Someone's
Wearing a
got to.
Napoli kit too, by the way.
We all like to think that teams can turn around in one summer. It's not. It's just so rare in the sport.
It doesn't happen.
It doesn't happen. Where teams just go from shit one year to amazing next year because they signed 4, 5, 6 players. You're bound to miss on some signings. It's bound. The best transfers of all, the best, like Inter Milan through your best stretch of play, like you had bus transfers like Gosens.
Yeah, but am I missing something, or was Juve like relegation fodder the year before? No, they weren't. Like they,
They
were
were
still
in
like a
fourth,
top
but
4.
playing terrorismo ball.
But they were still top 4 team. In
Yeah,
Serie
but
A.
they were
Like,
building towards nothing.
to a certain extent, yes, because it was the end of Allegri's run. It's
But yeah,
just,
even if
like,
they
they're
kept
carrying
Allegri
down-
this season, you're looking at max third place.
Like
you
he-
were not competing with Napoli or Inter Milan this year.
I'm sorry, but they
with
did not.
Allegri.
They did not compete with Napoli.
they're
at all.
tearing down to
Yes,
rebuild.
but now you're building. You're building towards something that can compete with Napoli and Inter.
Which pieces? What are these core pieces at Juve that you think that could bring them
That's
to the
the
next
thing.
generation?
I saw an interview.
Yildiz,
It's literally just Yildiz.
Bremer,
He's injured.
Di Gregorio.
And
Cambiasso?
now we rate Di Gregorio. Now
Di Gregorio's not this amazing world-class goalkeeper.
He's good.
But Summer, he's in and around that level.
because we have but we have also elite defenders in front of us.
and
Yeah.
who's the leaders in this team?
If you add
McKennie maybe.
Well, I mean,
McKennie.
the point, Thiago Motta is meant to be a leader.
No, you need leaders on the pitch. Every team needs a leader on the pitch.
I agree, but I think this is gonna sound weird, but Bremer is definitely a leader. Locatelli
on the pitch, though,
Locatelli is meant to be.
Locatelli
a
gave
leader.
a penalty I don't
agree.
think a leader cannot be the guy who's inconsistent. He just cannot.
And Locatelli,
Super
Locatelli
inconsistent
has
in my eyes.
Yeah, like
He has
on
these
and off.
games where he's world class and these games where he just gives away stupid penalty. To
Maybe
lose
it
the
just
game.
fit. There's games that fit him better than others.
Yeah.
But he's not a leader. A leader.
leader.
There's no leaders.
Like I
you
don't look
need
at Juve. I don't look at Juve and I say there's a very clear core and a very clear like
It's debatable.
focus. I listen. The thing is that I look at Inter. I bring up Inter because it's like it's most
His
relevant.
standard for excellence.
Yes, because we
Creme de la
actually
creme.
built. We
Look at
built
Man
a
City,
core.
no mi
No,
hermano.
hermano.
Look at Real Madrid, no mi hermano.
Yeah, but you can look at those clubs
Let's
too. But
look at Inter.
I'm saying for in Serie A, you look at Inter. We have a core.
An Italian
3-4
core,
players.
Barella.
If Napoli,
Spadella,
if
Bastoni,
Napoli
Di
wins
Marco,
Serie A
Lautaro.
this year, they've won more Serie A's in the last 3 seasons than Inter.
We won last year.
Yeah, and Napoli won the year before that.
Okay, then make it 4 seasons. Then we're tied. We're
Tied.
Like
So
so
your excellency
And then you move
is
it- then you move
tied
it-
with Napoli in
then,
the last
you move
4
it,
seasons.
then you move it another 2 seasons, and then we have more than them. So I don't know
Perfect.
what the issue is.
Wank.
No, but then you move it an extra
Okay, yeah, cool.
5 seasons.
Bro
and
is reaching-
Napoli-
bro is moving every
You move
goalpost
it an extra
possible.
5 seasons, and then
You're
Napoli have
getting-
more top 4 finishes in the last decade than
You're
Inter.
getting no.
Yes.
But we've been. You're
all
getting
those
off
sorry
track.
years.
You're getting off track here because at the end of the day, Juve have a lot of ground to make up if
Yeah.
they want to start competing with the top dogs in Serie A. And Napoli, they got something
been doing
going
it.
on. They
We're
got
the worst
something
team
going on.
too.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but and I said on the Patreon also one of the videos, bro. If Juve just get one elite player or 2, and look, Napoli were able to do it with Kvara, Milan were able to do it with Leao, you were able to do it with Lautaro, where
They
you
have
buy a
Yildiz.
player for 10, 15, 20, 25 million, and you develop him into an elite player. A lot of those draws turns into wins. A lot of them.
But maybe a Kolomuani could be that that change that instead of a 1-1 draw it becomes a 2-1 win.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like that's what they needed. But I think there's a bit more to that. In
I don't
my
know.
opinion.
I still think they lacked personality that someone like Conte brings. Like we were talking about it before. If Conte was in this Juve team, I think he would have done a bit better than Thiago Motta. You could have looked at a top 2 right now.
I think that's just like it's hypothetical just to.
It is very hypothetical. Like
It's like that team. You were gonna look at that team and you're gonna think Conte's gonna make Vlahovic into like a world class killer. Like I don't
once
think so.
again, look at that Napoli team, bro.
Yes,
In
I think he
Individual.
would have walked in and said, "Get Vlahovic out
Gone.
of here."
like what he did to
Or made
Osimhen.
him
Imagine he kicked Osimhen out. What do you think?
and
he's
is
gonna
at
do
the
with
top of the
Vlahovic?
league.
What do you think you're gonna do with Vlahovic?
I think there's a interesting conversation that we could have here because we're talking to our good friend JFTV who just posted a video talking about Conte's legacy and Conte's dynasty. Is Conte one of the best managers in Serie A history?
You have to say, I agreed with the video. I think, yeah, he has to be.
I honestly think the sample size is too small, but what he's done has been very, very good. I don't know if he's definitely up there, but definitely not the best.
When I think of the best managers of maybe the past 2 decades,
Better than Allegri.
I think of Allegri.
No.
He's better than him.
Then Conte is probably there.
No, he's better than Allegri.
I would even push Inzaghi in that conversation
He
nowadays.
is there.
He's not there. He has 1 Serie A title.
And one
Inzaghi?
Yes.
Well, he's won multiple.
Inzaghi has 1 Scudetto.
No.
Yes. Conte won the first one.
Yeah.
Inzaghi won the second one. Now
Yeah.
he's trying to repeat.
Yeah, but then also with his Lazio career.
Exactly,
Damn.
bro.
Yeah, but-
Inzaghi's not in this combo.
Yeah, no, but wait.
No,
He's
but
on
then-
his way to become.
Okay,
Bro,
he-
what?
but
With
still-
Lazio, he was winning Coppa Italias and Super
Oh my God, he
Coppas.
was winning Coppa Italia.
Right.
Lazio.
Inzaghi has
Bro.
I think just today he has 200 wins in Serie A.
The quickest to get to 200 wins in Serie A history, by the way.
You got to
Okay,
put him in
cool.
that conversation.
Now,
the Lazio,
now
like-
you need to tie Allegri. You need a decade of success.
That's why, in my opinion, Allegri is obviously first.
No, he's second, but the gap between second and third is pretty big.
Oh, it's pretty big, yeah.
But it depends. It depends what you. If you're looking at strictly titles, yes, Allegri is up there. But then you could go way back. Like people like there's Arrigo Sacchi. There are all those guys
Yeah.
in the back. But if you're talking about modern Serie A,
Bro, Conte low-key passes them also.
Nah, you can't say that, bro.
I
There was
don't know.
dynasties back
bro,
then.
Like
I don't know
Sacchi,
what you
okay,
were
yes,
talking about.
Sacchi, yeah, but
Ancelotti, Mourinho,
bro,
Mancini,
he's better than Ancelotti.
Mancini.
He's better than Ancelotti. He's better than Mancini. What the fuck,
4 in
Mancini?
a
Did I
row.
just hear Mancini be
4 in a row,
mentioned?
3 in a row.
And Conte did what? Okay, so now let's run down Antonio Conte's career now because we
ahead.
have a casual over here.
I'm a casual.
Yeah. So he took 8th place Juve that season. I think this is from I'm going to try and emphasize JFTV's video. 8th place Juve. 102 point season that season, the most in top 5 league history.
Undefeated?
With an 8 was it undefeated that season?
No.
One of the
They
seasons he
won
was
19
undefeated.
of 19 at home. They won every single game at home.
That was like 13, 14, I think.
Every single game they won at home. That might never get done again, first of all, in history of the sport. Okay. And then he goes and wins another Serie A undefeated, I think. And then he leaves and Juve have a dynasty for the next 7 years. But we'll get
Where
back to that.
Allegri
7
wins
years.
about like 9 Scudettis.
Well, yeah, but we'll get back to that after that. He doesn't win 9 because Conte started that, so I think he wins 7 there or 6
at the Milan.
He goes on to manage Italy with the shittiest Italy team I've ever seen in my life on paper. He beats the defending champion Spain in the Euros, and then he defeats #1 ranked Belgium in the world at that point.
Pretty crazy considering you had like Giaccherini in that team.
And lost.
Graziano Pelle.
And
Zaza. Oh my God.
He lost only on pens to Germany, prime Germany.
To Zaza when he goes.
Yeah. Prime Germany he lost
Stupid
to.
run-up.
Goes to Chelsea, wins the Prem, signing players like N'Golo Kante, by the way. He signed.
Costa.
Yeah, but he signed Kante also. So, got to give him respect. That's respect.
Definitely.
After Chelsea, where does he go, Millie?
Tottenham.
No. Oh, my God. This guy forgot about his own club.
Inter, sorry.
This guy forgot
Wait,
about his
when
own
was
club.
Spurs?
Spurs was after.
Spurs was after
After
Inter.
Yeah, okay.
So then, I remember after he left Inter, I was saying, bro, this guy's a top 3 manager in the world, or top 2.
Oh, he was up there.
Yeah, but
With fourth
goes
place
to
last
Inter,
place in our Champions League
goes
for
to
sure.
Inter, a team that struggled to even make CL the year before.
We made it. That
You
team,
made it. You barely made it, though.
Yeah,
made
and
it on
that
the
team
last
was
day
a
of the
banter
season,
era
no?
team. That
And
was
then
a banter era
ended your
team.
banter era, and you have the cheek to disrespect him by calling him a shit manager.
Yeah,
and
after
stuff.
spending nearly
But whatever,
200 million
ended your
a
banter
season.
era and beat Juve's era of dominance, where they won 9 in a row. He's the one who started it, and he came to break it. On top of that,
Bro broke his own legacy.
We
Yes.
didn't really break it. It took him over a season to break it, but sure.
He still did though.
No problem.
He
it
broke
took
his
him
own
one
dynasty.
season,
Yeah,
and then he
one
lost
season.
in the Europa League final that one season.
Yeah, we ended up with no trophies. Nice.
In the Europa League final. Oh, but when
Europa
Inzaghi
League final.
loses in a Champions League final and trophy list, it's oh my God. Let's give Inzaghi the biggest fucking
Brother, we ended up with a-
luck 3000
okay,
ever.
It wasn't trophyless. We had a Coppa Italia and a Super
had a
Coppa.
Coppa
We had a
Italia.
double. We had a domestic double. Okay, but,
Supercoppa. When it's Milan, it doesn't matter. But when it's Inter, we won the Supercoppa.
yeah, but if you're saying trophyless season with Conte and ending last in our Champions League group,
So
compared
Milan's
to
season
Inzaghi,
is a success. They won a trophy,
I'm not. What the fuck are you talking about?
but
bro?
they won a trophy, so it's
But
a success
you're
according to you.
skewing the argument. You're saying Conte was Inter's best manager since.
I didn't say that.
Yeah, but you're saying
Conte
that,
is no club's best ever manager. He's not.
but he's
no
supposed to be the
club's
best. He's supposed to be the best
because he proves that he switches clubs, and now look at he went to Tottenham, but then Tottenham no one.
still got a top 4
He made
finish.
top 4 with Tottenham,
Which was good
who
considering.
was like
Which
after
you
Nuno
also said.
Espirito Santos left. Was like I think they were around relegation. I think they were around 15th or 14th, where Spurs are right now.
Don't remember.
Made top 4 after going undefeated the second half of the season.
Dipped.
Then dipped, went back to Napoli, and now he's leading Serie A with the team who finished 12th last season.
You got to give them credit. That's
Well,
insane.
Yeah, but it's fine. I get it.
I don't think you give him enough
And
credit.
he's running.
I give him enough
It's not
credit,
like
don't
he's
worry.
running from the grind. If I feel like he joins Project when they're at their lowest too.
Lowest.
To an extent.
Oh my God.
No,
Bro,
what
Spurs
the
were
fuck are you talking
Spurs
about?
were at their lowest. Napoli were at their lowest. Inter a bit different.
He's always-
Italy was at their lowest. Not Juve. were
Juve was
eighth.
not at their lowest.
They were 8th.
Brother, they had a very good team.
They were
were
pretty bad.
8th.
No,
They
they
had
were
a-
really bad. Juve.
No, they had a good team.
Bro,
No, when Conte came
yes,
in.
going in,
Bro,
yes.
before Conte came, they were all bums.
Okay, all bums.
But he does need heavy investments usually. Like
What's heavy? Like
well,
100
with
mil?
Inter, they spent a lot
We
on
spent over
Lukaku,
200 million.
Hakimi. Like he
Lukaku,
yes,
Hakimi,
he built
Bastoni, Barella.
he built a
Brother,
Brother, he
foundation.
bought a
But
whole
he
new
built your
lineup.
That's
entire
200 mil right there.
foundation of your team right now.
Yes, I understand. That's great. I'm not,
It was amazing investment. So who gives a fuck if it's big investment? It's amazing investment.
but clearly he didn't see our squad as competitive.
When
and
you
he
want
said we
a
have to spend
big
it back.
investment, is Eric Ten Hag where he buys fucking 80 million Hoyland and we're stuck with his brother for 5 years. That's bad.
Listen, I just think, listen,
Buying
Conte,
the best player in the league for 80 million is not bad.
I think me arguing that Conte, I'm never going to argue Conte was ever a bad manager. I'm never going to argue that Conte was our best manager either. Like he's up there as one of the better ones, one of the greats, if you want to say. But his stint in Serie A, like.
Stop saying his stint at Serie A, his
we're
stint
talking
at
about in
Inter.
Serie A.
You're talking about his stint at Inter.
But we're talking about Serie A.
Yes,
You're saying
he's
is
the
he
best ever league manager in Serie A.
No,
Ever?
no,
League? Only league?
No.
bro, no.
No.
Only Serie A.
Only Serie A.
Listen, I think if you go back a couple
If
of
you
years,
start taking into
way back.
account
Yeah, if you
Champions
go
Leagues
back.
and stuff, maybe
Mourinho. If we want to talk about Champions League, Mourinho.
he won one fucking treble and then
only
that's
treble,
it.
One little
And then
treble,
he
only
fucked
one little
off.
treble. If it was so
He
easy,
treated you like his side bitch. He fucked up
He
to
was
Real
there for
Madrid.
3
He's like,
years.
oh, I'm going there.
he was there for 3 years.
yeah, but to be fair, if we're saying Serie A, you can't add that treble. Because treble is a Champions League.
Yeah, Mourinho has won Serie A.
Okay. He also won a Coppa Italia that year, and he won a Super Cup. We won five trophies that year. So
Wanka.
I don't know what you're talking about. Conte's up there. He's up there. I'm not saying he's the best though. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, I
to me
think that's a
to
little
say
bit
he's the
ridiculous.
best.
But I see
you
the
disregard so many other coaches.
Yeah. That we don't
So
even know
many.
about.
So many.
In recent times, though, I'll give you that. Conte is top
Better
two.
than Allegri. He's
You-
better.
you-
I
could
think
say
the
better than
sample size is very small. You're bringing up the dark ages of Serie A.
But
Exactly.
Bring up the
Allegri is
dark
the
ages.
fucking Allegri
They both
coached in the dark ages. He stat padded Serie A's. He literally stat padded Serie A's because his team was so ahead of everyone else's. And Conte went undefeated and dropped 102 points, which Allegri didn't
dark
do.
ages.
Neither of those.
Dark ages.
Conte had 2 seasons at Juve. Went undefeated in one, and then the other one 102 points.
What's his CL record with Juve?
who, Conte?
Yeah.
Who cares about CL if you're not winning it? Who gives a fuck?
Brother, unfortunately, these clubs don't just play Serie A. I'm not sure
But
if you
I
saw
don't
that.
care if you get knocked out in CL in the groups
I
or
care
in the
because
finals.
Because
you
he
don't
was my
win.
coach. He was my coach, and I'm telling you right now, I saw it as a dispointment that yes, he brought us to the top
Poor
of Serie
you,
A,
you're gonna
but
cry.
we lost. We
You're
were
gonna
last in the Champions
You're
League.
gonna cry with your Serie A title. Poor me.
Bro, I'm sorry. It's one trophy. If you're focused, like right now, Inter's at a level where we're not thinking of just the Serie A. We're thinking of other trophies
But
as
he
well.
set those
Conte-
foundations for Inter.
I get
At
it.
least.
But
So
the
you were the type-
foundations were kind of already there.
So you were the type of motherfucker that if Man City didn't win the recent CL and they were still CL-less, you would say Pep stint at Man City was a failure.
At a certain point, yeah, but he was winning almost every year.
Failure?
He was winning almost every year.
What the Varnak?
And what's a failure? No, but what's a failure, bro? What's a failure? Making finals. When did Conte ever make a final? When did Conte ever make a final for a Champions League? Tell me.
Conte.
Tell me.
You don't win the argument just
got
by
him.
screaming
Yeah,
louder.
as if you were. I'm gonna do this every time you open your mouth.
We got
and
him.
then it's gonna make it look like you lost.
We got him.
Like this.
Okay, Conte,
Dumb.
whenever he's coached in Serie A, wins the title basically year in, year out.
Okay, sure.
No matter who's
barring a
coaching
year-
in the league, no matter
barring a year
who's
with
there.
Inter.
No matter the team he has.
Allegri,
How many teams has he had?
one
No,
thing,
the team
one
he
thing
has,
about
like he
Conte,
could. But he's pulling up with Juan Jesus. Do you understand how bad that is?
Spalletti won a title with Juan Jesus.
Conte has
Good for
won
Spalletti.
Serie A's with Allegri coaching in the league. Allegri's never won a Serie A with Conte coaching in the league. Facts.
What?
Facts. Allegri has never won a league title with Conte coaching in the league, but Conte has won Serie A's with Allegri coaching.
When?
Yeah,
Recently,
Inter?
Juve.
What do you mean? Allegri won with. Oh my God! The first year of Inter, first year of Conte at Inter, we lost by 1 point, and Allegri won the title.
Yeah.
Or was
did?
that Sadi?
Oh, that was sorry.
Yeah, exactly.
That was Sadi, but still, dominated, destroyed. It doesn't really matter.
Wanka.
Was it sorry? And now
Was it Sadi or
my
Pirlo?
timeline.
The last.
No,
the
definitely
last-
not
It was Sadi. It was Sadi.
Sadi might actually be a better.
We
coach
might need
than,
to call
Conte, in my
JFTV
opinion.
for a little bit of a revision on this.
I need to look at this on paper because I'm trying to remember off the top of my head all
timelines.
this stuff.
Have they ever even coached at the same time?
I don't think. I'm
Man,
trying to
that's
remember.
crazy that they never overlapped throughout all those
Maybe
years.
that Milan year, Allegri won the title with Milan,
And Conte was
and
at
Conte
Juve?
was at Juve.
I
11,
don't
12.
remember. I was very young.
It could be.
No, because Conte won as soon as he got to Juve. Yes, he won the
Yeah.
season he went to Juve. So he wasn't coaching. Maybe he was coaching because he took a team from Serie B to Serie A, no?
I don't.
I think it was. I think there was some team he took from, but that's crazy. I don't know. Whatever. He's the best manager in your league's history, and you guys are just denying it.
Bro, he hasn't even honestly. I don't know how many seasons has he done in Serie A.
Honestly,
at a
most
top level?
underrated manager in the world right now. Most underrated.
Best manager, but doesn't last at a club more than 2 years. Got it.
And the fact
best
he wins everywhere.
Best manager, but most of the time he leaves your team.
Oh,
worse
but when
off.
it's
Yeah,
Mourinho,
nice.
when it's
Nice.
Mourinho, let's give him praise
Yes.
for conquering all these challenges.
The chosen one.
Yeah, the chosen one. But when it's Conte, it's get this man arrested. You guys, you guys
Bro,
are
you
not
guys-
self-aware.
You're not self-aware, bro. Allegri hasn't been at a Serie A team for more than 2 years.
Rage, mate.
Yeah.
No, but he did bring up some good arguments
We
about
win.
Conte.
We win the Serie A title with Inter. We have one of the best teams I've ever seen assembled, and it's like, yeah, no, the project isn't going where it needs
Yeah,
to
give
be.
give credit to Inzaghi as well.
Ridiculous.
I think he's doing great, and what he did for Lazio is also underrated. But anyways, I think
Talking way
Napoli
too much
is
about this.
top of the league right now, and they're pretty much they're not certain
They're
to win
title
it.
favorites.
They're title favorites.
now they're
up
title
there.
favorites. Now you see, now a week ago they weren't title favorites.
What do you mean?
But now they're title favorites.
I said since the beginning of the season, Napoli was winning Serie A.
I still
said
think
second.
I still think Inter is gonna take it, but
I think
We'll see.
I think right now it's almost like Napoli are just. It's an automatic lock every time they're gonna win 1-0 or 2-1.
I'm
1-0
all
or
in.
2-1.
I'm all in on the Napoli wave right now.
Yeah,
all
clearly.
in.
They have
Even
too
after
many,
Cavara's
they have too many
departure?
ex-United goats also. McTominay,
McTominay.
Lukaku.
they might need to spend the bag on Garnacho.
They should, but
Would
they
fit.
won't.
Well,
They
no,
might get
Adeyemi.
Adeyemi. Good signing, I believe.
In the
little
counter-attacking
injury prone.
Adeyemi.
I don't
Gonna
know. We'll,
tear Serie A apart, if you ask me.
anyone that comes out
Adeyemi.
like that's crazy.
Adeyemi, bro, against your slow ass fullbacks, bro, that's gonna be
He's fucking
scary
fast.
sight. Scary sight.
Yeah, we'll see what
But,
happens. I guess. But Napoli right now, title leaders. I don't think they're gonna. It sucks because I do want them to slow down. You know what I mean? I want.
They might, but
I
when
think
they
they
start
might.
going Napoli with Conte, like it's
I
kind
think,
of a lot.
I think the air, the feeling right now in Napoli is that like
Very high.
they're unstoppable.
Yeah,
So
and I don't blame them.
and it's almost like Inter's playing catch up every week, where it's like, okay, Napoli's gonna get a result. Okay, Inter, are you gonna get?
And they got a
result now?
statement win against Juventus, so we'll
This
see.
was the game. This was the game that I was hoping they would slip. Because
Yeah.
I don't think there's going to be a lot of games after this where they're going to slip, which is a shame. But
Still no Champions League, by the way.
still a long season to go.
Yeah,
Still a long
definitely.
season to go. So we should.
However, on the other side, in Spain, there was a Real Madrid demolition against Real Valladolid. But that's not really the big storyline over here. I think it's we're seeing a resurgence from a certain someone.
Mbappe hat trick. I mean, come on, this brother's
Mbappe
dope.
hat trick. So when Vinny doesn't play, Mbappe gets a hat trick.
It's a good issue to have, bro.
It is a very good
You
issue
have
to
to
have.
really understand. If our issue is that we have too much talent, bro, I'm a Madridista.
Oh, today we're a Madridista.
I'm a Madridista. Bro, both of my teams
He's
won this
just bro.
weekend,
He's just a fan of the team that's first. Bro.
He goes with the wind.
Oh yeah, Man United. I'm a fan of the team that's first.
No, that you were stuck with,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
Madrid at the beginning of the season when we were third. Really fan of the team
really
that's
down in the
first.
dumps, huh? Third,
Yeah.
down in the dumps. My
But
goodness.
Barcelona fans, now that they're in third, they want to chat. The loudest, they're the loudest when they're the lower they get, the louder they are. The Barcelona fans, it's actually kind of
Still
crazy.
1-7-1.
And that brought you from third to third.
It's a very difficult
That's
top three.
That's a fucking Inter 7-1 against fucking Lecce. Like no one cares. Or no, you beat
4-0.
Lazio 6-0 like that.
That one,
Give
no
a
one
fuck.
cared. Yeah, nice.
No one cared. Napoli are still first. No one cares. Whatever.
So what, Real Madrid is a lock right now?
Real Madrid, I mean, their La Liga form is insane. It honestly would not surprise me if, barring the games against Atletico and Barcelona, they could go undefeated this season, the rest of the season.
My goodness,
That's
you
the
have a
biggest
lot of
jinx
praise.
I've ever heard.
Yeah, that is. You have a lot of hope in that Ancelotti ball. My goodness. Like you're telling me-
Barcelona fans were here. We're eating.
I said outside of Barcelona and Atletico, bro,
two main competitors?
Mbappe, it's like Liga for him now. It's like it's so easy playing these low fodder La Liga teams that he's scoring every single game. He's 2 goals behind. This actually begs a bigger conversation. With Mbappe's insane current form, is he considered in the Ballon d'Or run right now?
I think when it's Mbappe, you can never take him out, to be honest. He did start off a little bit shaky, but he's back. Mbappe's back.
Yes, bro. This guy has like I don't even know 6 goals in the last 3-4 games. This brother's going crazy right now.
This was the type of Mbappe people were expecting to be at Real Madrid. Listen, it took him a bit of time, but a hat trick in a game like this. No Vinny too. Listen, conversations about that Ballon d'Or right now.
I don't know though. I think like
Why, you think Salah's still in this?
100%. Although Salah dropped off a little bit, I still think like I don't know, Champions League comes into question over here. So if Real Madrid could go far in Champions League, then obviously Mbappe's in that conversation.
The only two options are Rafinha. No, sorry.
He said it. He said it. Because I knew he wouldn't say it.
I was trying to rage bait, bro.
And you failed.
Unsuccessful rage
Failed
bait.
rage bait.
But the only two options right now gotta be Salah and
Rafinha.
and Mbappe. Right now.
Salah.
And Rafinha.
Mbappe
No, Rafinha's
deserves the
there.
Ballon d'Or more than Rafinha right now.
Who?
Mbappe.
That's so
Bro,
reactionary.
that is
Right
insanely
now, take a
reactionary.
picture today.
Yes, take a
One is a
picture
La
today.
Liga winner and about to win the Pichichi Award.
Okay, if you end the league right
Oh
now,
my God, yeah.
what a... That is crazy, Rage. Don't fall for that. Don't fall for that.
But the Pichichi Award, I mean, come on. This brother's about to finish top scorer in La Liga. Rafinha's not about to do that.
At this pace, once again, if you're judging players just strictly off of goals, one is a striker, one is a left wing. I mean, you got to take that into consideration. Mbappe is supposed to be their main outlet. He's supposed to be the guy winning.
La Liga, which he is.
We'll see. I think he's in contention to it, but
Barca's much more competitive.
I think come the end of the season, Real Madrid's starting to look better also in all comps. They had that bad game against Barca, but we won't speak about that.
we will not speak about
We won't
that,
speak about that. But it's looking like, honestly, they're one of the favorites for CL. I think we're gonna see the first. They are one of the favorites.
Everything
Outside of
what
Liverpool, who's like better than them?
I mean, depends on the day. I really
Really
don't
depends
know
on
what
the
Real Madrid I'm getting.
Yeah, I agree. I don't know. It's very difficult because sometimes they look like they're a fortress, and the other times they're Swiss cheese in the back. So it really depends. But you can't deny that the firepower is there. It's just what can
100%.
everyone else do? I think the initial reaction when Mbappe came was okay. He was going to win the Ballon d'Or. In my personal opinion, I think that's what the idea was.
Expectations.
Like once you took that next step to Real Madrid and you were already the best player in the world, it's kind of like a lock. But now, like, I don't think it's a surprise that he's back in the conversation. But listen, there's a conversation to be had.
Would you say he's I wouldn't say the
I
best
still think
striker in the world?
I still think Rafinha's higher right now.
Rafinha, when Barcelona get knocked out in the round of 16 or quarterfinals,
but
you're
when
not
that
going to be saying
happens-
Ballon
but
d'Or.
when that happens,
It's
then
gonna
we will
happen,
have
bro.
a conversation.
It's going to happen.
When you say,
jinx.
okay, we'll stop the
Let's
season
put
here.
Lukaku in Ballon d'Or conversations then,
Oh,
bro.
brother. Oh, my God.
What am I hearing, bro?
If he wasn't in Ballon d'Or conversations at Inter, he was never going to be in Ballon d'Or conversations. Bro, ridiculous work. Ridiculous work.
It's crazy.
Because you just went through two different scenarios of stopping the season now and then predicting that they were going to lose in the quarterfinal, and that should be that should take it into account also. So I
lift
don't
your
know which one you
Pichichi
wanna play.
Mbappe.
Lift that future Pichichi Mbappe. Oh boy,
He's
But
playing
now-
good, though.
Right now, Lewandowski's still higher.
He is.
if I'm not mistaken. So
But Lewandowski's also not starting. Against Valencia, Barcelona, 7-1. Lewandowski did not start, although he did sub on and score a goal. I mean,
Everyone needs game.
that's a very good performance right there. 7-1.
Without Lewandowski. So
Without
all the
Levan-
people that attack me saying, bro, you're too harsh on Lewandowski, brother, they just dropped 7 on Valencia's dome without you.
I think Barca fans are kind of aware, I hope, that
mean, in the
Lewandowski
comments,
slows
it's
down the
not
play
true.
sometimes. It really depends the game. Like, as I said, if you're playing a deep block like against Getafe, Lewandowski's not that guy. You need a
Lewandowski's
shifty
never
guy.
that guy against any game.
Okay,
any
that's
opponent.
ridiculous when he has one of the most insane goal-scoring records ever.
So now we're rating players off of goals and assists.
there it is. Michael.
He got me.
Tables
Got him.
But when you're
strikers.
but when you're a striker, you just need to
have
score
count it.
goals.
You have to score goals.
Goalkeepers, they save goals, and strikers, they score them.
This guy's using
Football.
Got him.
Patreon. That was on Patreon.
Yeah, if you guys want to check out Patreon, by the way, link in bio.
But
Crazy work.
Lewandowski, look, you can't rely on him for me. To be a CL contender, you can't have Lewandowski up top as one of your main. What?
You can't take that serious.
Is this rage
bro.
bait?
That's Crazy.
This isn't rage bait.
That's rage.
Why?
You can't have Lewandowski as one of your focal points if you're trying to be like a CL contender
They're not.
and compete with this Real Madrid team, especially in La Liga.
I don't think he's the focal point. Lamine Yamal probably is.
Lamine Yamal,
Rafinha is.
Rafinha, then Lewandowski third.
Then Pedri
probably.
If you drop Lewandowski for a consistent run of games, shit will hit the fan.
is 7-1 against Valencia, and Ferran
Yeah,
Torres
and then now let's see him bench for the next 3 games, and then let's see.
Barcelona, what?
Lewandowski will not accept being benched for Ferran Torres for longer than one game.
Oh,
That's
brother.
a different question.
Varvar, the king of starting beef in the locker room.
Bro, I heard Flick and Lewandowski low-key beefing right now.
Rumblings.
Low-key beefing.
Like some Barcelona players texting me. There's some tension in the locker
Okay.
That
For a second, I believed you.
tension.
For a second, I
What?
believed
You
you.
don't think Barcelona players text me?
Maybe Balde?
Why Balde?
I don't know. Who would you be in contact with?
Eric
Don't
Garcia,
worry, bro. I
probably.
can't
Kunde.
I can't
I know
re-
Kunde.
I can't
his-
I can't reveal my sources, bro.
Probably my Kunde at that Euro.
Casado,
game,
Casado.
It puts my sources in danger if I reveal them, so I can't
Okay,
reveal
yeah.
them.
Chesney's in your DMs. Okay, we all know that.
Yeah.
Chesney. He's,
Bro, that
he's
guy's
linked.
fucking horrendous, but whatever. That's
He did drop it.
Chesney, you seem like a chill guy though, so I won't go after you.
He is a
So,
chill
okay,
guy.
listen, that's a guy you want to have a smoke with outside. I'm not gonna cap.
He probably wants to have a smoke also.
He's probably the one feeding at the dinner table. Where can I go? Where can I go? Oh boy.
The biggest downgrade in goalkeeper history.
Literally.
What, Ter Stegen to Chesney?
Bro,
mean-
Ter Stegen is worse than Chesney.
I mean, Chesney.
Ter Stegen is the worst goalie,
kn-
and Barcelona fans will defend me on this also. They know
Barca
Ter
fans.
Stegen
I know
is
he
fucking
fell off.
horrendous.
He fell off, but bro, upgrade. Why are you going for a retired goalkeeper?
Because that's
What's
the only
the
thing
plan?
they could afford at that time.
What?
Well, that's all they could have done right now, I guess.
What?
What?
We could barely register. We could barely register Dani Olmo, but let's go sign a goalkeeper for 40 million to
Yeah.
play one game a season.
Yeah, but now they
Spawn him
want
from
to
La
one.
Masia.
Now that's €1 for 1
They
euro.
spawned the
deal.
motherfucker from La Masia, Inaki Pena. That guy is shit.
So start him.
Yeah,
All right, bro. You'll get good eventually.
You'll be there.
You'll be good eventually. But
the first ever tiki-taka goalie. You should sign Josep Martinez from Inter on loan.
bro, please, all yours. All
Onana
yours.
La
La
Masia
Masia.
product, I heard.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me see about 30 million, 40 million. That's all yours, bro.
No,
Just for you, my
Josep-
brother.
Josep Martinez.
Yeah, go. I'll drive him
Why?
for you.
He's not bad.
No, he's great.
He's
40
great.
million.
I'll just drive him.
40 million. 40 million. Take it or leave it. I got Donnarumma coming now.
Yeah. That's
That's
never
a
happened.
rumor. That's in the rumor mill, by the way, too.
I
Also-
look, see it happening.
What, Donnarumma?
Actually, he would actually be the worst type of goalkeeper for the way we play. But
Yeah, but he can
Like,
adapt.
Save.
bro, we'd have the full Italy squad on
Yeah.
our team.
That cannot happen.
And I'm
That's
hearing
crazy.
Milan is the bigger team.
That's crazy.
They-
Donnarumma, Di Marco, Barella, Bastoni, Darmian. Who else am I missing?
We can
I don't
have
know.
that
That's it.
grand. We didn't even speak about
Milan.
Calabria.
Yeah,
Conte.
Loki forgot, but Calabria.
Your captain and coach are beefing.
First of all, Milan.
I guess
What
we're
a
talking-
stressful watch. A game that I woke up even earlier because it's here in North America. It was at 6:30 a.m. So I
6:30
woke up.
Eastern
But
Standard.
my alarm. I wasn't happy about it because I knew this would happen. We start off. Parma scores 1-0. Then Milan come back
Matteo
1-1.
Cancellieri.
Cancellieri with a pretty nice goal, but horrible defending as per usual.
By who?
What do you mean?
By who?
It was like more of a tail slip, and then he kind of didn't
So
catch
Teo
it.
hooked at
I know
halftime.
who my left back is.
No, okay.
I know who my
Explain
best
the
left back
game,
in the
explain
world
the
is.
game.
Okay, whatever. Then 1-1. Who scored? Forget who scored. I was asleep by then. 2-1.
Was it Pavlovic?
Yeah.
He had a disallowed goal.
Who scored the first goal?
No,
Was it Ray?
Pavlovic.
Pavlovic?
It was Pavlovic.
Just
I'll
check.
tell you. But it was Pavlovic.
No, not the first goal.
No, Pavlovic.
Pavlovic didn't score. He scored an offside goal.
Yeah, he scored an offside goal, if I'm not mistaken.
He assisted the first goal, which was
It was Pulisic, Penn,
Oh, Chukwueze.
the pen.
Reindeers, and Chukwueze.
Yes. So then we get a penalty. It's 1-1. And then the wonderful high line is back. Parma counterattack, easy 2-1. Horrendous, as per usual, after Musa loses the ball. And then we're at a 2-2 situation and then a 3-2 after the Varvar jinx.
Crazy.
It's a pretty crazy game.
Listen,
Well, once again, is this Conceição praise? You ready to praise Conceição today?
this is
I
not
think
praise,
the
bro.
mentality showed that
Okay.
we could come back this
What,
game.
resilient?
It's not sustainable,
So
though.
when Fonseca benches Leao and Teo and hooks them at halftime, it's harassment. But when Conceição does it, it's wow, look at this man.
No, but you know why? It's because
harassment?
we win.
Oh,
It's
but-
because we win now.
But I
Oh.
thought you were the one against that.
What?
You were the one against not benching these players.
No, but I
These
don't give a fuck.
superstars.
It's not my club. I don't give a fuck.
I was in support with benching them.
But it's crazy how your agenda changes from
Bro, what are you
manager
saying?
to manager.
My agenda
It's all
stayed the
insane.
same.
Fonseca did the exact same thing that Conceição did, and he started winning when
Exactly.
he benched Teo and Leao.
Am I? What the fuck agenda did switch?
So you're for benching Leao and Teo now.
I've been saying that since fucking day one this season. I was the one saying Leao and Teo should be benched for bad performances, and you were the one saying, oh, but they're so good, they're world class.
Always got to start your best players.
And I was saying it's not Fonseca's fault. These players are not playing good. Their performances are not good. And it showed again against Parma.
So you should bench Teo next year.
You should bench who's playing shit. I've been saying
Teo
that
played
every
like
player
shit
who's
today.
shit. Huh?
Teo
played like shit. So did Leao, and they got yanked. And then we ended up winning.
Yeah, it doesn't mean that they're bad players.
They're not bad players. They just had a bad game.
Yeah, I had a bad game, unfortunately. But
And
this was not a
Bad
game
games are happening quite often.
quite too often, unfortunately.
It's not, once again, it's a squad building issue. It's not going to be solved overnight.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's crazy.
The Bill just threw a crazy touchdown. There's an NFL game.
Oh, there's a
on
flag
the
though.
background also.
Obviously, there's a flag.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter.
It's a squad building issue.
It
is a squad building issue.
I feel like we could go around every single club and just say, like Manchester United, it's a squad building issue. Juve, it's a squad building issue.
It's also a mentality issue.
Yeah, but I also think that, listen, you're bringing
It's easy to just blame.
It's not like the club was anticipating bringing in Conceição halfway through the season and like saying, okay, yeah, this is the squad, like we're building it for Conceição.
Management this year has lost complete faith. Like I've lost complete faith.
But
in
you
management.
rate every single one of your players.
Because I don't think they're bad players. They're just
So then it's just the managers.
I do think that they have a good team.
No, these players individually are good. They just don't mesh well together. You have Chukwueze, who is a dribbler who can't press, but like he'd be good in a possession system, horrible in a counter-attacking system. These players just don't mesh.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Every player that leaves Milan becomes better. Why? Because they find a better club that suits their ability. De Catalere was shit at Milan. Complete shit.
And now he's
one of the best in Serie A.
cream of the crop in
Because he found his spot at
That's
Atalanta.
the only player though.
Brahim
But
Diaz,
Tonali-
Real Madrid, better
Tonali's
team.
playing better.
Tonali's playing better at Newcastle.
Tonali's
Çalhanoğlu's
not playing
playing
better,
better.
bro. This guy was in.
Donnarumma's
this guy-
playing better.
Tonali was in. That's just Tonali. Tonali was amazing in Serie A too.
What?
Oh my God.
No, he's right.
I'm
playing
right.
better.
Tonali's playing. Tonali's world
Tonali's
class
playing
right
good,
now.
but he's just good.
He's world class right now.
Yes,
you
and
would
he
have
was
never
world
put.
class. Bro, I said
You would have never put Tonali as a world class player when he was at Milan. Ever.
I think he did.
What the fuck
no,
is
he
this
didn't.
guy saying?
No, he didn't.
What the fuck is this guy saying?
I don't have any written record of this, so I won't.
Bro, you know I rated Tonali super high.
He was a Tonali enjoyer. He is a Tonali enjoyer.
At first, I
Who is
hated
it?
Tonali.
I was too.
Oh, at
At
first.
first, before he
Oh,
played for
now the
Milan.
truth comes
no,
out.
his first season at Milan, he was garbage.
Yeah, I
And then
remember.
the second season, he started playing. I'm like, bro, hands up, this guy's fucking amazing. I'm not gonna lie.
So
This guy's
players-
actually.
Yeah, but now
amazing.
he's really solidified himself as one of the world's best. at
To
Newcastle.
me, he's Italy's best player.
No. What the
Yes,
fuck? He's not
he
better than
is.
Barella. He's not better than Bastoni.
Right now, he is.
No,
Bastoni
he's
better.
not,
Marco
bro.
He is.
I don't know. He's definitely up there. I would want him on the Italy team.
I think he's a pillar.
Yeah, he's
Who are you
pillar.
gonna pick instead of him? Fucking
Locatelli, bro.
He's
Fagioli, bro.
Yeah,
Locatelli.
Pisciglia I might actually take.
Okay, he's really
Oh my God.
But yeah,
But I think Milan, honestly, if you guys just need to ride out with the coach. You need
as
to go
I've
with,
been saying,
like Conceição, give him the 6 months, see what he can do. Like Conceição's main objective this season should just be Champions League. And well, listen, you got Supercopa, which is good. Whatever, we'll count it. But Michael,
on you.
yeah, on me. But Champions League should just be the concern, and then you build your summer towards that.
Should have gotten Conte.
Should have gotten Conte.
I still don't believe he would have really
Guy
fit
wins
into.
everywhere he goes.
I
bro.
honestly think that you guys should have went the more Italian route, but
I do agree, but Conte is the Portuguese Conte some days.
when we were discussing about Fonseca,
This guy only won at one location. He's the Portuguese Conte.
You only won in Portugal.
Yeah.
Wanka.
What the?
So the Portugal. He's
So
been
what,
at
lift
one
your-
club.
lift your
He's
one
been
Premier
at
League
one
Conte?
fucking club.
What
but he's
other
the
fucking shit?
Portuguese
What did I
Conte.
miss in Conte's career? Where was he?
Inter. We're have to go
Serie A,
through this
okay.
again. Fuck.
Oh my God, bro.
He only lifted
He
a
won
Premier
at
League.
Chelsea. He won
One
at,
Prem.
Yeah. So
Europa
that's
League.
more than Conceição's accomplished in his entire career. That one Prem is more
up
legacy
a
than
dynasty at
Conceição's
Porto, but
entire
okay.
legacy.
Knocked
And
out
then on
Juve,
top of
knocked
that,
out-
your captain is beefing with Conceição already.
Yeah,
game
that
one.
was-
Yeah, you want to give a bit of context to that, just in case.
I don't think Firms knows what's happening. He's not in
I think-
contact like me with the
Oh,
Barcelona.
I
players.
definitely. I'm in contact with Calabria. I tell him
Yeah.
shit every day.
Okay, perfect. You send him a DM. Quick
But you could probably guess what happened. I think basically Calabria got yanked at I think the 75th minute,
as per.
because he was garbage,
So he's gassed.
and he
Still
kicks.
made it 30 more minutes than Teo though.
Yeah, which is nuts. I can't believe Calabria was. Anyways,
Say wanka.
as he's getting subbed off, he kicks a water bottle. He causes a whole scene. He's kicking
hissy fit,
advertisements as if he's like the best player at Milan, Il Capitano, for some reason. And then I see Conceição is like kind of looking at him wrong. Milan ends up winning the game. Conceição rushes straight to Calabria, almost to tell him like, I fucking told you should have gotten yanked, and my subs actually worked, and you should never be like that again. You should never question the coach. I fucking loved it. I fucking loved it because
He
this
needed
guy
a
has
reality
been
check.
It gave him a reality check. He's been protected for way too long just because he has a cool little thing on his
Protected, bro. Everyone hates him
Pioli
in your
was
fan
his-
base.
Huh?
Everyone in your fan base hates him. He's not protected.
He's
like saying
protected by the coaches.
Anthony's been protected for way too long.
He has
No, he hasn't.
by your
Yeah,
coach.
but as a
he has.
captain, unfortunately, like he is protected to a certain degree more than other players. But
He is.
which is crazy to me. I
He
can't.
was always the first one on the team sheet just because he's the captain.
He needs to go.
He needs to go. And thank God Walker's there, but that's a different conversation.
Thank God, Walker.
Thank God you guys don't know the upgrade.
Throw back to summer when he said, "Thank God we have Emerson coming in."
I never said
No, I don't think he ever said that.
that's the Varvar
That's
way
the
of
Varvarino.
moving shit.
Bro,
Yeah.
this guy's hyping up Walker in
Goalposts
2024.
have
I
been moved.
mean, better than all your right backs.
2024, this guy's hyping up Walker.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Whatever. I guess we just do anything just to support our clubs.
Well, listen. I mean, if we want to go through our team, go quick hit. Man United 1-0. What do you think? Quick. Same shit,
It's gotta
different
be
smell.
really quick. This was the worst, most boring game potentially.
I actually fell asleep. I don't fall asleep often. I fell
yeah,
asleep.
that was a really bad.
Well, it also didn't help that you were up 6:30 for that Milan game. So
True. That's why I probably
Bro,
fell
that was a really bad game. Like I don't think people who didn't watch really don't understand. It was the lowest XG game in the last 2 years.
Holy
Man United
disaster class.
created 0.03 XG from open play.
What a game.
brother.
But we
Terrible.
won. I mean, that's called that.
Mentalidad.
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 That
Mentalidad.
Portuguese coach mentalidad.
Except my Portuguese coach was actually better. But
And you're what, 15th? 14th
and
now?
you're in Serie A, so who's the real winner? But
You just played a Serie A game.
Whatever, it's okay.
Fucking 0.2 XG.
It's okay.
Juve,
it's okay.
Juve
Man
Napoli.
United were officially back.
I have to just say that.
Rage bait.
That's
No,
a
we're
quick
still
hit right
shit.
there.
We are still shit. We are still horrendous. But Man United, I don't even get excited to watch Man United games anymore.
That's
So
new,
That's
Milan.
crazy.
if
But
the less we speak about them, the better for us.
well, listen, I don't think we're going to be speaking about them in the next segment, unfortunately, Varvar, because we're heading into the Champions League now, and now we're going into the last match day of the Champions League. Gentlemen, this is the new format. What would you grade this format? This is the brand new stuff here.
D.
Yeah?
Yeah.
D.
This Champions League format is ass.
I'm of the same thinking, honestly. I don't think it was that great. I thought it was going to be more entertaining. This final match day, really not much happening.
The groups were way better than this. You would actually see some big teams eliminated. At this point, Man City's going to qualify and everyone's going to be making it through. No one really cares.
I'm going to go with a C. Actually, yeah, no. I'm going to go with a C rating just because, like, there are a lot of games going on at the same time, but it's just tough to follow everything. I find the table is too big. It's just tough to follow.
Did you ever really get excited for a Champions League match day? Like
This year?
Yeah.
Well, Milan's in it, so yeah.
Besides the big games, not really that
Besides
many.
the big games. Obviously, it's besides the big games.
Yeah.
Bro. What kind of thing?
I think it was very predictable. Like, if you look at the 28th and under, they're very predictable
like
teams.
who knew Zvezda was gonna finish 32nd? Oh my
Shocker.
god.
Shocker.
I mean, Man City is also 27th.
Yeah, but
We all
they're
had them
about to
first.
they're about to play Club Brugge and win.
Yeah.
Our jinx, hopefully.
All right,
Please.
Jinx.
Please.
Please, one time that needs to win.
One time. But I honestly, the excitement for this last match day, I was hoping it was going to be a lot closer. But it's just a matter of who finishes where, but still making it into the next round. But again, it depends where you think this Champions League should go, because a lot of people said they want the best teams all the time. The best team should be making it the furthest. Brother, the first round, all the best teams are there.
That is true.
I'm gonna
So-
keep going back. We need Super League. I'm telling you this right now. We need Super League, bro.
Really, what's the difference?
No one. You don't have these Zvezdas in the.
You gotta
and
have
shout out
them.
if you are a Zvezda fan. Shout out to you.
Appreciate
I'm
it,
sure
bro.
you enjoy being in CL, but I'm just gonna keep it real with you. The other teams don't enjoy you being in CL.
I mean, one of the positives, though, is that you get to see big games once in a while and recurring ones. You don't just see the same three teams in a group going against each other. You see like a...
People want to see once again, and I hate these. Like, people want to see Manchester United play these teams. Like, they
just
want to
make
see
it, please.
who Napoli this season. People want to see how Napoli would have done this season in CL.
Okay, but you know what? That don't finish 12th. Don't finish 10th. Like, brother, it's all about what you do beforehand.
There's got to be some merit to how you get to Champions League.
I
Yeah,
agree.
you can get relegated in Champions League
Yeah, but why does Manchester United need to be there?
because we're Manchester United.
But
At the
then
end of the day,
qualify.
we're Manchester United.
Just
And
qualify.
you guys aren't. That's how.
Krasna Zvezda qualified. You didn't.
Because the Zvezda has to beat a bunch of plumbers, bro, to qualify.
Still qualified.
Bro, don't even give me that bullshit.
It's crazy. I don't know. I think after this, I want to see how the playoffs go.
Yeah.
I think this play-in, this group phase, not necessarily a big fan, but who's to say that it doesn't get very entertaining later on? So,
Brother, it's just around the 16. What do you mean get entertaining later on?
well, no, because now there's the playoff.
There's also a draw now.
Wow.
They
There's
just
a
added
playoff.
another step. They added another step.
They added more games.
They did add more games. They added 2 more games.
More filler games also.
So wait, do teams in the top 8 get a bye week?
Yes.
Yeah. So we gonna be sitting on the couch.
Don't
soon.
be there.
Acting like Milan, we gonna be there when
We're 5th.
yeah, but you play a team that actually needs to win.
Who, Dinamo Zagreb?
Yeah, they need to win to qualify.
Can I get a jinx on
The
that?
Petar Sucic show is about to go.
No,
crazy.
Milan's gonna win that game easy.
No. No.
There it is.
But yeah, I think
very
we're in for a pretty good week of football, even though the CL's a bit underwhelming.
Yeah, I don't know. Not big marquee matchups. It would have been cool to see 2 big teams that one of them needs to win to qualify.
Yes, it
through,
would have
you
been
know?
good, like PSG Man City this week.
Yes.
Yeah.
That would have been cool.
Would have been good, but
I don't
whatever.
know.
But we'll see. We'll be live streaming it. So if you guys want to join in,
Yeah.
we'll be there. And your support is always, we're very thankful of your
Yeah.
support.
Yeah.
And,
And it's also like, listen, at the end of the day, we were gonna watch those games anyways, you know.
We're just turning it on.
So the fact that we could watch them with you guys, like, it makes it so much more entertaining for us, and like we could also keep up with other fan bases too. Because brother, there's like how many games on? 16 games
Well, I
or
mean,
something.
how
Egregious
many
amount.
teams in CL?
32,
So then it would be
33?
16.
16 games or something
They're
like
all on
that.
the same day?
Same day, same time.
Yabba dabba do.
So I mean, if you guys are fans of any other teams, like join in.
I think our focus game is going to be the Man City one, though.
Bro, what do you mean? Crvena Zvezda's not gonna be on the big TV?
What do you mean? Dinamo Zagreb is playing Milan.
Bro, get that scoreboard
Our
up, bro.
Croatians want to watch that.
Bro, legit. But anyways, we'll see you guys there.
Yeah. And we'll see you next time. Thank you.
Sir.
Peace out.